Whether harsh words, Twitter fights, or even full-out brawls between famous faces, there's been no shortage of drama between certain A-list stars. So, let's take a closer look at some of them. Megan Thee Stallion versus Kylie Jenner versus Tory Lanez. After Kylie's appearance in Megan's music video WAP, all seemed well. On the 11th July 2020, when Megan was invited to Kylie's pool party, things took a turn. Megan's boyfriend thought it would be a good idea to go on and flirt with Kylie even though Megan was right there. Megan apparently flipped out, and before going home, they tried to hash it out in the car. Things got out of control when Megan got out of the car to get some fresh air. Tory then apparently shot Megan's feet. He got arrested but was later released in bail. Kylie, however, never released any statement. She rather chose to post pictures of her smiling while overlooking the beach with the caption, "Thank you God for another beautiful day," just hours after the incident, acting as though nothing had happened, which caused a wave on social media. Just a day after the incident, Kylie not only unfollowed Tory, but also the victim Megan. Megan took some serious offense to Kylie turning her back on her. This is where the beef between the two ladies went from simmering to boiling hot. Megan released a music video for her new song Body, in which she mentions having natural curves. Given that Kylie's appearance isn't entirely natural, fans were quick to assume that she was shading Kylie. And that's not all. Megan added further shade by featuring Kylie's ex-BFF Jordan and Black Cena Titus and Rob's ex. But wait, it gets even juicier. In November 2020, shortly after news of Travis and Meg's dinner date broke, Kylie posted a picture of her in front of her house with the caption "Dinner at mine," but quickly deleted it. However, thousands of people had already flooded her comments, and the shade only continued ever since. Will Smith versus Chris Rock versus Jada Smith. We've all seen the headlines and memes of Smith smacking Rock in the face for disrespecting his wife on national television. However, you might not know that this feud goes way back in time. Throughout his career, Rock has made several other jokes at the Smiths' expense. Sure, as one of the most famous couples in Hollywood, they are an easy target when it comes to the jokes presenters. But it seems like Chris has been holding a grudge against the Smiths for over a decade now. In his jokes back in the day, Chris mentioned that he feels like Smith has taken roles from him, and he seemed to be big mad over the fact that Will's daughter Willow is enjoying a successful music career. "The guy has already taken parts from me. Now his kids are taking parts from my kids. It's horrible," Rock said. In 2016, when Jada was one of many boycotting the Oscars for not nominating any people of color for the second year in a row, Rock used his Oscars monologue to make fun of her, saying that she wouldn't have been invited either way and that she was just mad that Will wasn't nominated for Concussion. The same year, there were rumors of an alleged affair between Chris and Jada. At the Oscars this year, Chris infamously turned to Jada and said, "Jada, I love you, G.I. Jane too, can't wait to see it." The actress rolled her eyes. It was unclear whether he was making fun of her movies, the haircut, or a combination of both. However, Will wasn't willing to take that disrespect as his wife was struggling with alopecia. That's where Smith walked onto the stage and slapped Rock in the face and infamously shouted, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth." Some sources say the two actors ended the night on good terms, and others claim that the pair hadn't spoken since the incident. So we don't know for sure what happened afterwards. Rock declined to press charges against Smith, but there were other consequences for Will, as he's banned from the Oscars for 10 years and Netflix paused one of the projects they were working on with him. Smith reacted to the news with a short statement, "I accept and respect the Academy's decision." Azalea Banks versus Zayn Malik. This huge mess started when rapper Azalea Banks claimed that Zayn had copied some of her ideas from her music video, chasing time in his music video for Like I Would. Zayn then tweeted, "No lies. I see you reaching, but I don't care." Following this, Azalea had lots of hateful things to say about Zayn, tossing racial and homophobic tweets in his direction. Some of them were, "Dude, I make better music than you. Simmer down with that fake white boy rebellion and that wannabe Bieber swag. All those white boys in 1D disrespected you and made you their pet. You were only a part of 1D to draw brown attention. You are and always will be a token to the UK." Pretty soon, thousands of Twitter users logged on to tell the rapper to calm down, shut up, and more. But that didn't stop her. She went on to accuse Zayn of giving her phone number to his fans so they could harass her, to which she responded by leaking his email and FaceTime contact. Then she turned her hatred towards 14-year-old Sky Jackson when she tweeted, "Azalea Banks needs to simmer down a little." Azalea then unleashed some of the most vitriolic replies anyone could possibly imagine sending a 14-year-old child. In a now-deleted tweet, Banks wrote, "And you need to grow some hips and start your menses. Stay in a child's place," to which Jackson responded, "When a no-hip having 14-year-old has more class than you. Worry about your career, get one." Zayn, however, seemed confused and tweeted, "Why you been saying nasty things about me? I wasn't talking about you, lol." He then opted out of the conversation. But Banks continued even though was getting slammed by fans for her comments. As a result, her Twitter account was suspended and her appearance at Rinsborn and Bread was canceled. Drake versus Chris Brown. From friends to frenemies, mainly because of Chris Brown's abusive past with Drake's on-again, off-again ex-girlfriend Rihanna. Chris was furious when Drake and Rihanna started dating because he still had feelings for Rihanna. Then in a New York nightclub, Chris and Drake got into a physical brawl when things spiraled out of control. Drake allegedly threw a punch, and according to a source, someone in Drake's group, possibly the singer himself, threw a bottle at Chris. Before things broke out in a fight, Drake apparently had a note passed to Chris's table which read, "I'm sleeping with the love of your life. Deal with it." Drake later added fuel to the fire by trash-talking his rival by insisting that he made better music than Chris. His insecurities are the fact that I made better music than him, that I'm more popping than him, and that at one point in life the woman that he loves fell into my lap. No one would have ever thought that they will be friends again. But somehow they squashed their beef and reconnected through mutual friends. A year later, they even collaborated on their song, No Guidance. Nicki Minaj versus Miley Cyrus. Things started heating up between the two ladies once Nicki's video for Anaconda beat out Miley's Wrecking Ball for the most views in 24 hours on YouTube. But the real beef started when Cyrus dissed Nicki in an interview with the New York Times for not getting a Video of the Year nomination, calling Minaj not too kind and implying that she was just jealous about not being nominated. A few months later, Nicki clapped back on live TV after winning the 2015 VMA for Best Hip Hop Video. Remember when Nicki turned to Miley and infamously said, "Miley, what's good?" Iconic. In 2018, it seemed like they were finally over it when Nicki reposted a clip of Miley dancing to Minaj's single Chun-Li, to which Cyrus commented, "What's good?" with a heart-eyed emoji. But all was not well for long. With Miley's new track Catitude came another diss to Minaj in which Cyrus quips, "I love you, Nicki, but I listen to Cardi." Obviously, this didn't sit well with Minaj given that her feud with Cardi B has led to actual violence. On her Queen radio show, Nicki addressed the lyric saying, "A Purdue chicken can never talk shit about queens. That's what Cyrus did. She disrespected me in a magazine article for no reason." Those were some of the biggest feuds we wanted to talk about. Let us know your opinion in the comment section and subscribe for more great content.